Thank you so much, Madam Chair. And we've certainly heard some very interesting testimony from all three of our witnesses today. What struck me is that both Mr. Doyle and Tech Access and Dr. McCauley at the University of Calgary have taken somewhat of a similar approach when it comes to what we're calling applied research. In other words, Mr. Doyle, Tech Access provides a single door. You assist entrepreneurs, industry, small business to potentially commercialize through the assistance of applications for grants, et cetera, et cetera. And the University of Calgary has had a number of successes also. One of the things that intrigues me from your testimony, Dr. McCauley, was your reference to national research goals. Has the University of Calgary become known for concentrating on certain research goals related to your environment in Alberta? How have you perhaps concentrated on specific areas of research?
Thank you. We're a comprehensive research intensive university, but we pride ourselves in looking, provincially as well as nationally, as where we can contribute people and talent as well as ideas. In essence, we've taken the approach that we need the right priorities, the right people, and the right catalysts. And the right priorities are around supporting our sector in the province of Alberta, for example, in the areas of energy, in health, in agriculture, finance, and so on. And then looking at the horizontals that support growth in those sectors, whether it be quantum applications, data science, and so on. So really, yes, we have taken an approach of prioritization, but what's really interesting is that the contributions from across our university span all of our different faculties, because the problems in those areas are truly multidisciplinary. The solutions are truly multidisciplinary, and we're able to do that. In essence, at a national level, I think it's obviously very, very important, given the limited resources we have, to focus on very important priorities around our sovereignty, around protection, and around building a prosperous Canada.
And further to that, as a member of the U15, I presume you bring your ideas to U15 and consequently to ISED, to the minister, with these kinds of priorities in mind. To what extent have you heard about the federal government's desire to establish mission-driven kinds of priorities? There has been talk of a capstone organization. Are you aware of those federal initiatives, and what is your opinion of them?
Yes, I've actually testified in front of this committee previously about the importance of mission-driven research. There really isn't a trade-off between discovery research and mission-driven research. Canada is at a very, very important point internationally where we have to identify our priorities, where we want to lead on the world stage, and where we want to contribute. And that's where all universities across the country and polytechnics, et cetera, all of our post-secondary institutions are willing to contribute. The U15, because of the capacity and because of the talent that we have some ability to provide results at scale, which I think are really obviously very, very important. We're well aware of how the programs are being developed and so on. The capstone provides, and it was mentioned in the budget, the capstone provides that opportunity for have that discussion around how we actually deal with mission-driven research and bringing together all the different disciplines and expertise from across the country to actually solve those problems.
Thank you. Dr. Hannigan, I'm wondering if you could give us some of your thoughts on the enhancement to the scientific research and experimental development tax incentives. We've heard from Mr. Doyle some skepticism about the value of these. How do you see them fitting into the whole picture here?
Thank you for the question. I think they're important, but they're underutilized. And I think it needs to appear as one tool amidst several. And my message here today is about strengthening ecosystems and strengthening the signals to encourage private investment, of which that is what you've mentioned is one of the tools that we can use.
And why do you think the SHRED is underutilized?
Well, I haven't studied this, so this is at fear of being outside of my expertise. But what I will suggest is that it is underutilized because there isn't a particularly good reason to lean into them at a high level.
We will now proceed to MP Blanchet-Jonca for 2.5 minutes.